there, welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a gorgeous day or night. Let's get you some clarity and see what's going on overall in the energy. It is a timeless collective reading. See what resonates and which messages really feel like they twinkle extra for you. If it makes no sense, it's a message for somebody else. It could also be a message that doesn't make sense now, is for you, it makes sense later. Always follow that direct, beautiful connection that you have to your higher self, to God, to source, to the universe, because the answer is always in you. We're all psychic. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions, they're sound, based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's dive right on in. We're gonna start with the Lenormand, see what the prominent energies are. Let's see what God, source, wow, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Maybe there's something that you are doing at home. Maybe some of you are in real estate, or you find the right house if you are looking for a property. I actually feel like for some of you, if you've been looking for a buyer for a while, I feel like something's going off the market. I'm kind of getting that maybe you're off the market too. If some of you are single and you meet a certain person and you're feeling really comfortable, secure and stable in a certain partnership, I kind of feel like maybe somebody's taking some of you off the market. It's wanting to feel secure. I'm also getting there might be something where some of you are doing a project at home. It could be that you're taking your work home, a little extra credit kind of situation, but I feel like some of you might have something you're doing on the side, and the primary energy you put into this project or this thing is like at home base. I just saw a baseball game. So maybe you're hitting a home run. I feel like some of you might have a home business, or maybe that's in the stars for you, in the cards for you. Maybe not right away. Maybe it starts with an idea. I don't know why I see like a side room. Maybe some of you have like a little corner or something like that where it's like your desk or your creative space. For some of you, I even see that as maybe a home gym. Like I see a gym or like a yoga mat, something like that. For some of you, maybe you're even filming something at home, but you're putting like a little studio in the corner, well, something like this. Let's see. Let's actually clarify why home or house is coming in. It's giving me a little bit of the Four of Rods energy. So maybe it's building something from a solid foundation with the tools of spiritual fire. It could also be a passionate partnership. It could also be, sometimes that's a wedding energy. Maybe some of you are getting married and buying your first home, or maybe some of you are not going in order and you move in together first. The home comes later. I'm also getting that some of you might attend a concert, a party, a wedding, a gathering, something like that, but it's not in the typical like hall. You know, it's not in like the wedding place where everybody goes or the big restaurant. I feel like some of you might even rent a home, like a beautiful home. I actually just saw a castle. Maybe some of you go somewhere and you rent a castle. So maybe it's a destination thing, but I'm kind of seeing also like a farm. It's reminding me of one of the coolest weddings I actually ever went to. And they had rented a really beautiful farm, and they had the reception in this huge, gorgeous barn. So maybe it's about a reception, or you are being receptive to something beautiful and stable coming in your life. Let's see. Let's go to the wisdom of the oracle. Why is house here? Tell us about the house. Please and thank you. Ooh, yeah, you have a beautiful situation coming in. Beautiful. You have milk and honey. This is, you know, where you find the honey at the end of the rainbow. So maybe there was a stormy situation. When I look at this particular card, I get a different message with it, because you have that beautiful energy of the rainbow, of the honey, this cute little elephant jumping in this bowl and splashing around, having a good time. Maybe some of you also do something with a pool or a body of water. Maybe you're cooling off if it's hot where you are. But that milk always gives me a different little, like extra message. Because if you leave that milk outside and it's hot in the sun, it's gonna probably get a little gross. You know, it's gonna go a little sour. And then the difference is that honey. You know, they have honey they found from the tombs of Egypt. It's thousands years old and it's still good. So there's something about maybe preserving something so it lasts a little longer, but there is something about an expiration date that's gonna happen. And then there's something else that has no expiration date. I don't know why I just thought of that song. I can't think of who sings it. I've loved you 1,000 years and love you 1,000 more. I think her name is Christina something. I'll find it. I'll put it in the playlist in the description for you guys. Maybe there's something in the lyrics of that song. But also honey is like an antiseptic. You know, it prevents any kind of bacterial infections and such to, you know, like, I don't know, make something sour. I feel like there's a protection energy with that honey. There's also a sweetness with that honey. Honey always makes me think of manna, like the, you know, the food of angels, because there's, I don't know, something really special about honey, and it brings you to the bees, which anytime I get a chance to stand on my little platform here and say, hey, if you want to be a beekeeper, do it. Also support your local beekeepers, because honey and bees are the ecosystem of the world. It's really important. But maybe there's also something flowering, or there's kind of a nectar energy that is coming in that makes you feel, I don't know, like sweet. It's like sweetening up your life. It feels really beautiful, this milk and honey. Also, maybe there's something or someone you can't forget, because you have this energy of the elephant, which is a really powerful animal. I mean, elephants, or maybe you connect to elephants or you see an elephant. For some of you, you might have like a statue or a picture of an elephant, maybe in your house, or see that in somebody else's house. Also, an elephant is a very positive energy to bring good vibrations into a home. There could also be something with that elephant that's connecting to family, emotions. Also, I always think of the elephants that can paint. It's just mind-blowing that you can watch an elephant put a little, you know, paintbrush in their trunk and they can paint an elephant. They can do a self-portrait better than I can paint an elephant or even a person. You know, my paintings are kind of like splattered and all over the place. So the elephant is able to have self-recognition of what they look like, what others look like, and can interpret it via creativity. That is absolutely amazing. If you were not aware that elephants can paint, maybe I'll find one of those videos and just put it below. And it always reminds me of how the elephants connect to music as well. I always think of that dude that takes his piano out like in the fields and just starts like playing the piano, and the elephant's like, it gets so excited. It's like hitting its trunk, you know, on the notes. It's like, what is that music? So maybe there's something about even a connection to music, or a connection to music and animals. Very random. Maybe some of you also connect to dolphins. I'm getting dolphins with that. I feel like dolphins are kind of like, I mean, meant to be here, but kind of like aliens are so smart. They're just different. You know, they have a different environment with the aquatic, you know, water. So, okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on in the home. The milk and the honey. Something beautiful at the end of the rainbow. It also looks like the clouds are clearing. And I also feel like maybe some of you are doing something outside. Maybe you're not in home, in your house. Maybe if you've been in your house for so long, it's time to take your lunch outside on that porch or go have a picnic in the park. Because that totally looks like a picnic table to me. Maybe some of you are having a barbecue. I don't know. I hear date. Maybe you're doing something like that, like a cool date, but it's, I just see two people walking in nature now. I actually don't see a lot. I just see two people. That could be you and a friend. So let's continue to flow. What should we flow with? Well, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Hopefully, Rose is going to be a little quiet. I'm going to have to do kind of a shorter reading today. As you could see by the sparkles I have on, I have to go sing. So let's dive in here with the Modern Love Tarot. I like this tarot. So I want to take note of how beautiful it is. I like shiny things. I always tell people when they see me and I have the sparkles on, I said, oh, well, you should see my house before I left. It looks like a fairy threw up in my house. I gotta go home and hang all the dresses I didn't choose to wear today up. Maybe you connect to the fairies. Maybe somebody kind of has that energy about them. Maybe somebody even, I'm getting like, maybe even has that like fairy angelic kind of face. And I'm not really getting that's, gender thing. I'm getting like it's in the eyes or it's in the expression. Maybe somebody also speaks a different language. I'm kind of getting for some of you, maybe somebody has a, even an accent. I don't know why I just thought of Liv Tyler in Lord of the Rings. Maybe you speak Elvish. I think there's some people that actually do that. Maybe you're into something like that, like a series that's kind of fantasy series. Maybe some of you are writers as well. I'm kind of getting somebody maybe writes, because you can definitely be at home and be like, I actually don't see a computer though. I see an old school, like the old typewriters. Or maybe it's about typewriter font for some of you. I also see that somebody might be kind of, I want to say petite. Or maybe it's how somebody moves. I like the way you move. Kind of get that. All right, let's see. I like when the messages are sort of random. Because sometimes even if it doesn't feel that prominent and important, just to hear a message that is specifically something that is a synchronistic message for you gives you that extra like, ooh, maybe you should listen to the rest. Maybe there's something extra. Or sometimes it's just getting that little validation that something personal is coming through for you. I'm getting that you're on the right track. Just to kind of remind you, you're heard. Spirit's listening to you. All right, let's dive in quickly and just get a tarot or two to see what the extra message or insight is on milk and honey and the house. What would be helpful to know? What is the main message? Please and thank you. Wow, you have a beginning. You have a beginning coming in. For some of you, it's the beginning to a new world of possibilities in your life, feeling lighter, feeling happy around your family or your new family or your chosen family, your soul family, your friends, your coworkers. Pretty much everyone is going to feel this vibration of love. It's feeling like you're overwhelmed in love. You're constantly feeling fulfilled. It's a nice balance here, guys. You have a beginning that is passionate, it's creative, but it's also stable and long lasting. It's a tangible offer. It's real experiences you get to have in your life that are ultimately building this 10 of Cups energy, where you feel like it's a happily ever after, and then you get to have another day. Look at you're out here like looking at the sky, you all have matching glasses. It's so cute. Maybe some of you are doing something and you have like a beach house or an Airbnb or something like that. I feel like somebody is definitely going to get an offer. Also, I saw the house. Sometimes I see this Ace of Pentacles as buying a property, putting a down payment on something that's not just long lasting, but feels vibrationally happy. It's like security in your emotions. It could also be an ending if you have a 10 and an ace, because you have the 10 of Cups. So if there was a situation that was supposed to be the happily ever after, and then it was always like a constant repeating weird chapter or weird cycle or something, kind of was like that expiration sour milk kind of energy, then maybe there is an ending. I kind of feel like with the 10 of Cups, if there's an ending, it's a peaceful resolution. It's knowing that, you know, you're giving something up with the energy of love, but really still embracing that possible new beginning that you know is out there for you, that there's a new chapter that you're ready to experience every single day, that maybe it's just a seed of potential right now, but you're ready to dig your hands in the dirt, feel the earth around you, really put energy and effort and time into your people that you know, the places that you go, the things that you can see in your life, and really manifest this new beginning. It could also be that somebody can absolutely see their happily ever after with you, and they recognize that's only going to happen with day-to-day effort, following through with something, creating more experiences, taking a hold of that creative passion rod of spiritual fire, getting creative if things start to get plateaued. How do you re-sparkle that energy? Even here, look at these ribbons. It makes me think of that thing. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's like German. And you take the ribbons and you go around with the different people and it makes the braid on the pole. I don't know what that is. If you know what that is, maybe put it below. This is a very masculine energy. It's the big shawing. You know, this is like the heart on of the universe coming on in. Like, woo, yeah, that gets you excited. That like really gets you up and at 'em and ready to go. When do we start? When do we begin? If this is upside down, it could have been a passionate situation that just kind of was not really spiritual in its vitality, therefore not long lasting. It could also be where something had all the potential to have this spiritual bonfire and somebody didn't put the energy or effort into attending it to keep it glowing. Both of these are potential, they're beginnings, but without effort, without more energy placed into them, it can never be the happily ever after energy. Also, sometimes people fizzle away on something because they think this happily ever after energy is just an illusion. It's just a fantasy. It can't be real. So before they even get into the experiences, they never get to feel the real. Or they get into experiences on the realistic journey of what, you know, 'tis life, where it's not always a day of balloons and rainbows and butterflies and matching sunglasses. Sometimes it's a weird day. But it's somebody that gets so fearful or maybe even runs away from facing any kind of weird, rather than finding that situation as a possible opportunity to get stronger and I'm getting kind of maybe even ran away from something before they could see the possibilities of that beautiful experience at the end of the rainbow. It's like they still had to get through that storm. They had to be a part of clearing the clouds or clearing the air or having a clear and concise, realistic, truthful conversation and communication. There's so much color in all of these cards. Just look at this. Maybe some of you are going to see a rainbow. I'm also getting like, I kind of see like a blended family. So maybe for some of you, this is you combining families somehow, or somebody's kind of an unusual, you know, new flair in your family. And that doesn't have to be your direct family. That could be like somebody, a sibling is marrying or a cousin is marrying. But I kind of feel like there's somebody coming into the mix that gives a little extra, like, I don't know, twinkle, sparkle, culture, something like that. Maybe it's just a personality, you know, it's kind of the one that beautifully sticks out, but I also feel like I'm getting like the glue that might bond everything together. And I kind of feel like this is somebody unexpected. So maybe if some of you do have somebody new coming in, whether that's new for you and that's a direct connection, or this is kind of distant, I feel like it's worth, you know, opening up that chapter and really getting to see who someone is. Because maybe somebody doesn't open up right away, but through more and more experiences, you're going to see that somebody's pretty amazing to have around. And if that's your situation and you feel like you're the one that won't be accepted, I feel you have patience. You'll have more and more opportunities for someone to see how sparkly your spirit is. And maybe you're that, you know, catalyst to flame this spiritual energy in a group. Maybe for some of you, if you are worried about your person or your new person or future person not being accepted, don't worry about that. If you accept them and you feel this bond, this love, you know, you're talking about dreams and fears together. You're making tangible plans and having actual experiences where you always want to dive into that bowl of awesome with them. Then either people come around, and I feel like most will, and if there's anybody that's just kind of like a sourpuss energy, they're just a sourpuss energy. That has nothing to do with you. Don't sour your energy or your connection with someone or something beautiful because someone else, you know, keeps hitting their expiration date and doesn't know how to revitalize their own love. It could also be that someone else feels like they couldn't have their happily ever after dream come true energy. So if you do have a sourpuss energy, it could be somebody that even feels better by seeing someone else maybe fail or not be successful. And I feel like if that's the case for any of you, maybe it's just distancing yourself as much as you can away from anybody like that. Don't let anybody's shade put a damper on your amazing light that you absolutely have here. And if some of you want to try something because you have this epiphany moment or this inspirational idea or energy in you, and you know, you just have to get a couple tools, you have to write something down or kind of get something started, do it. And if you don't feel like you have the right support around you yet along the journey while you're sliding down the rainbow over here, you're going to, I hear, run into or recognize or see that you have attracted maybe new energies or people that are beautiful to have into your life that really make you feel uplifted, lit up, light in a load even. It could be where some of you have some really helpful energy come in that maybe takes some of the stress or the strain off of even something that you have to do in your everyday world. Because I kind of feel like you have somebody that would definitely bend over backwards and be genuine in their offer to, I'm getting to give you a helping hand. You have to be open, just saying, yes, thank you. It's really nice to have somebody go to the store today and pick that up. Or, you know, maybe pick up the kids. Or help with a creative project over here. I'm even giving somebody lessons. Extra message for some of you. Maybe some of you are a teacher and you're giving private lessons in your home. And that could even be online. So let's get you one final message, because I got to skedaddle. What should we get? You know what? I did see all those animals. So let's get you one final spirit animal oracle message. What is the final message that would be helpful for the collective? An extra spirit animal that is guiding the collective. I saw helpful energy. You have a friend. You have a dog. Oh, I love that. Maybe some of you have a dog or a cat. There's something, I don't know why I just thought of dog spelled backwards is God. There's something in that unconditional love. The dog is so loyal. You know, you can have a crappy day, smell really weird from the gym, you know, even get mad when they sneak in your bedroom and they hump your pillows when they're not supposed to, but they still always love you. There is that loyalty. Maybe for some of you, it's about being the alpha, you know, taking that leadership role on something. And it could be respect, it could be discipline, but it's also, you know, I see the dog like bringing the ball, like, can we play now? So I'm getting a playful energy. I like this dog. It kind of looks like a wolf dog. I just thought of an American Eskimo. I don't know if that's what that is, but maybe some of you have an American Eskimo. Today, I will love without condition. If anyone's in any situation and their love is conditional, you know, I'm going to get that and then I'll give you this. I feel like some of you are disconnecting from that kind of energy, because even here it's unconditional. It's not where you have to get validation somewhere so you feel stable. And if somebody is only staying somewhere where they feel like it's just about the stability, or even earthly 3D, I don't know why I just saw paint everywhere. I see the paint cracking on something. You know, it always gets me like the white picket fence, but maybe if there's anything inside and it isn't as stable as it seems, I feel like maybe that foundation is breaking down, but for very beautiful, high vibrational purposes of change. Because it's like if you have, like, I'm kind of getting that walking on eggshells. Like if somebody is feeling like they're stable, but they're not in this vitality of being creative, or they're not really enjoying or really living in the home. I just thought of a song. It's the home. I just wanna feel real love, feel the home that I live in. What's that? Oh, that gave me goosies. Because I got too much life running through my veins. That's a beautiful song. His voice is amazing. Maybe somebody doesn't feel like they're really living in the home they are in yet. They will. Somebody needs to figure something out. It could just be where somebody feels alone if they're home alone. Maybe somebody new is coming into the mix. Maybe there is a new partnership or something coming in where somebody feels so dedicated to the other person that it's I'm getting like, as hard as it is, it's beautiful. Somebody wants to do the hard with someone. Hey, take that as you will. I did get the hard on energy. I also feel like for some of you, there's someone that's learning how maybe even just an epiphany in their house, or a project that they're doing, or maybe getting out of the house and going to a work environment or doing something in their life where they're really into whatever it is that they are creating or working on. And that is fulfilling. And it's not about a partnership. It's somebody tapping into their purpose, their legacy, feeling like they're working on something every day that they are so spiritually proud of leaving behind because it was their journey on this. I just heard the magical mystery ride. And maybe for some of you, that fulfillment is in a pet. You know, maybe it's a bird or a cat or a dog or a horse or goat or cow, whatever it is, or an elephant. And it's just getting to express that love wherever it is. My energy, and I just thought of, I actually just thought of a friend. He was a veteran, not like a veterinarian, but like, you know, he, like a vet. And he found a program that offered companionship through dogs, and they like already trained, and just to give him some, you know, company. So maybe if some of you don't know how to get a pet, maybe there's something like that, or you're a part of a program like that, or maybe there's even somebody who maybe is alone, or doesn't have to be elderly, but anybody. And maybe there's a way for that person that never really knew they'd get that kind of companionship from the furry or feathery kind to have a new companion. Maybe you can be a part of that. I didn't even read the rest of this card. What is it? My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. You got enthusiasm. Where is it? That's enthusiasm. I choose to be happy. You know, happiness is I don't want to make up a percentage, but most of it is a choice. You can choose to look at any situation in a happier vibration as a possibility to reinvent yourself, as a possibility to come up with a solution, as a possibility rather than always a damper or a hurdle or a block or a break. I am a protector and a friend. I just thought of that corny song from the 70s. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Just holler your name and think of me, and soon I will be there. To brighten up even the darkest nights. I may have gotten that wrong. So that being said, thank you for being here, being part of my soul family, my beautiful friend, the beautiful collective that I connect to, that I feel so blessed to be here with and have as a part of my beautiful soul family. So thank you. I love you guys so much. I gotta skedaddle. Apparently I have to do a little extra warm up. I'm feeling a little rough in the old pipe. So let's end this reading here, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. I love you so much. Bye.